Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, very first video of 2021, and it is a review of Doctor Who Revolution of the Daleks, this year's New Year's Day special. So the Doctor is currently in a Judoon prison. However, that doesn't last for very long, as Captain Jack helps break her out. He committed a few crimes to help her, but he at least broke her out. Meanwhile, on Earth, we see the companions kind of have to deal with life without the Doctor. Graham and Ryan are trying to move on a little bit, but Yaz is just really wants to find what happened to the Doctor. It's been about 10 months for them. They soon realize that Jack Robertson, yes, the American businessman from Arachnids in the UK, is behind some new Daleks? Yes, after the events of Resolution, the destroyed Dalek casing gets in the hand of Jack Robertson, and he soon builds defense drones for the brand new Prime Minister. However, things don't quite go to plan as his tech assistant finds some Dalek DNA, does a little cloning, he basically grows himself a Dalek, but that Dalek is quite smart and he grows more Daleks. Those Daleks go in the drones, and you guessed it, starts attacking Earth. The Doctor has to help save the day with getting more Daleks, and then have to stop those Daleks. And that's pretty much the special, condensed. It's a good summary, right? It's close enough. I will start this review off by saying, Jack Robertson. When I heard that was announced, I was like, okay. He was from one of my least favorite episodes of Series 11, so we'll see how this goes. But I think I actually enjoyed him more in this story. You know, you see a little bit more of him. He has a lot more. He's the same. He's very the same. You know, he's trying everything to help continue his political ambitions, and we see him take a lot more credit in this, which is probably going to help him. I enjoyed his character a lot more in this story. I really enjoyed they brought Captain Jack back. That was a treat. His interaction with all the Doctor's companions was fantastic, and when he was reunited with the Doctor, that was a great scene. I loved the back and forth between them. It's like no time has passed since they last saw each other. It was awesome. Speaking, the Doctor in prison. Luckily, though, it was kind of cool at least to see, you know, the Doctor's life in prison. We see, you know, various Doctor Who aliens in this prison as well. But I'm glad they didn't really focus too much on that in this episode. It probably would have been dragged out a little too much, at least for me. But with that, though, I think that creates a little bit of one of my negatives of the story. Is I kind of wish there was a little bit more from prison to see her companions have to deal with this threat, and then the Doctor comes into their lives again. I don't know. Something about it, I'm not quite sure about it. Now, I will say, overall, I enjoyed the whole story of this Doctor Who episode. One of my favorite scenes was when Captain Jack and Yaz was in the cloning farm for the Daleks. Such a cool scene. I really enjoyed it. Seeing the Dalek Purity War at the end of the story was really a clever way for the Doctor to stop these new Daleks by getting more Daleks to stop them, and then they have to stop these Daleks. You know, it's just, they tried. But I really do enjoy the designs of these defense drones turned Daleks. I really like it. It definitely seems like a little bit of an upgrade to the reconnaissance Dalek that we saw in the last New Year's special. But it was also nice, we saw the bronze Daleks again. That was always awesome to see them. And they're just attacking these unpure Daleks, which is a really cool concept. I really also liked how Chris Chibnall, he wrote more of the Dalek creature, you know, bonding to a human and controlling them. I really enjoyed that in Resolution. I'm really glad he continued that in this story. But one of my biggest negatives with this story is I felt it was 70 minutes, but I was watching it, that it was too short to tell the whole ambitious story. It seemed like it needed another part, because I quite liked it, but I would have really, you could really see how this, with the Dalek Purity War going on, I would have really enjoyed to see more of that. It just seemed really rushed over, and I didn't really enjoy it. It was really cool concept, really cool to see, you know, Jack Robertson kind of start going into his little nefarious ways and see him kind of trying to advance it and show himself as the savior of Earth. But I would have liked more of it. It was just like one scene, you know, that one little scene, and then they go on there. I just don't know how I feel about it, but I would like more. So this episode sees the end of the road for Graham and Ryan. They leave after the story. Ryan was the first one to decide he's just ready to move on, and of course Graham, he goes because of course he would. I do enjoy the last scene with them back on the bike. You see a little bit of Grace. That was a really good scene, but I don't know, their ending felt a little bit kind of rushed to me. Like, I didn't really enjoy it too much. I don't know, I think they could have added, Chris Chibnall could have wrote a little better exit, I think. It just felt like it all of a sudden just happened. And at the end of the episode, they introduce a brand new companion, played by John Bishop. I was kind of really hoping that would have just been the Doctor and Yaz, but we'll see how he is as a companion. We'll have to wait and see. So overall, I really enjoyed this story. I really enjoyed the Dalek in the story. I really enjoyed seeing Captain Jack return. John Bowerman did an amazing performance. But yeah, I just wish it was a little bit longer, and I really did not enjoy the exit of Ryan and Graham. But I still would say this was a decent enough Doctor Who story, and I cannot wait, at least for the next series of Doctor Who. So tell me your guys' thoughts on this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.